what Joe Biden has done. He's been a horror show, economic horror show. He's been a horror show from the standpoint of our country. And what he's done in terms of our military, he's given away $85 billion worth of equipment, the best equipment in the world, to Afghanistan. They're now one of the leading sellers of military equipment anywhere in the world. Some people have them at number 2 because they don't need 700,000 brand new rifles. They don't need 70,000 vehicles, many of them armor plated. Think of your friends that have a used car lot and think of them as big. They're big. If they have 300 cars in that lot, it's a lot. We gave away 70,000, some of them costing millions of dollars, vehicles, armor plated, 4 inches of armor. Under my leadership, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. In fact, we did it twice. And now we're going to do it again, and it's going to be better than ever. We're going to do it again. As president, I ended years of bitter betrayals of North Carolina workers. North Carolina was hit very hard by the Democrats. I withdrew from the job-killing Trans-Pacific Partnership, would have killed your state. A globalist calamity that would have killed American manufacturing forever. I stopped it. I ended it. It was a disaster known as NAFTA. I killed NAFTA. Nobody thought it could be done. You know, you had to get it killed through Congress. You helped a lot, Mr. Congressman. It was the worst trade deal ever made. Nobody thought, because you have people, I don't know where they get their thinking, but, you know, they get it from lobbyists and lots of other people, and it's hard to get the votes even when something is really good. And we replaced it with the USMCA. That's the Mexico-Canada trade deal. And you know how I know it's good? Because they are working feverishly to try and renegotiate the deal because they're getting killed by that deal. And I just hope the Biden administration doesn't do it, because we suffered with NAFTA for decades. NAFTA was the most unfair. It was the worst trade deal probably ever made. I stood up to China like no administration has ever done before, bringing hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our treasury from China when no other president had gotten anything from China. They never got anything. They got a lot of bullshit. That's what they got. And when China targeted our farmers, I got China to give our farmers $28 billion. Who do you think else is going to do? You think Joe's going to do that? Hey, President Xi, you've really been screwing our farmers. You got to give us, got $28 billion for the farmers. That's why I say I'm not losing Iowa. Somebody said, how are you doing in Iowa? I am up like 35 points. But I said, how can I lose Iowa? I got $28 billion for the farmers. Nebraska, any farm state. You took some big chunk out of that $28 billion too, by the way. When I'm back in the Oval Office, I will revoke China's most favored nation trade status. And remember, they got that because they said they were a developing nation. Well, you know what? Honestly, we're a developing nation. Our cities are going to hell. We have to redevelop our cities. Our country is going to hell. Look at our cities. Look at New York and Chicago and Atlanta. Atlanta has the highest crime rate per capita of any city. Atlanta. Where they're trying to get me on a perfect phone call. People kill people and they never even get interviewed. But let's get Trump on a perfect call. A call that was so good, it was actually better than my perfect call with the Ukrainian President Zelensky. It was more perfect. But think of it, I have many lawyers on this call just to